What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to bring you a new video. We just worked on a 2018 GMC Sierra 1500 two-wheel drive. The truck was already dropped. It had a 4.6, but the customer was not happy with the way it looked because it didn't have hangers on the back. So it was raising it up a little bit more, and it had the kind of like nasty rake towards the back. But we got it done. We changed out the whole setup in the front, changed up some of the parts in the back, left some of the kit that it already had on there to save the customer some money. But I wanted to show you guys this video because the truck looks really amazing and it looks really good. Not a lot of trucks that, you know, come in for like a 5.7 nowadays. It's mostly always 4.6 or 4.7, but this 5.7 looks really good, and I wanted to show you guys what it looked like. Alright guys, so the first thing you'll notice is that the truck looks really good actually. In person, I believe it's a lot better. But in the front, we ended up changing the control arms. We ended up putting the drop control arms from our brand, and we removed the spindles and the springs that it had, or it had struts actually, I'm sorry. So I'll show you some of the old parts that it had before, and then that way you can see what the new parts look like while they're on the truck. I am going to shoot it up to the alignment machine right now because that's the last thing that needs to be done. But I think it looks really good, you know, and I want to make this quick video for you guys so that way you guys can see exactly what was done. If you guys want to do your Chevy, you guys are in the Houston area, Chevy, GMC, whatever, we can do it. Not a big deal. Everything should be good. Like I said, we still need to do the alignment to finish it off because the toe is off right now. Pretty much from like every change that it had spindles on there, so the spindles usually throw the toe off a lot. And if you guys don't know what toe, I'll explain it in a little bit. I'll show you a little bit of the process of the alignment and what the numbers you want to look for and get as well. So some of this stuff is the old stuff that he had on there. He had some Maxtrax struts, Maxtrax spindle. He had the factory stamped steel arms, so that spindle is made with the hole on the bottom a lot bigger for a bigger ball joint. And then he had the factory upper control arm. And if you guys don't know, that those stamped steel control arms, they always break all the time, so it's always good to get rid of them so that way you don't have that issue later on down the road. But the reason why his spindle's here and his factory spindle, we ended up changing it out from the stamped steel spindles to the 07 to 13 style spindles, which is cast iron. They also do come cast iron as well on 2018 to all the way to 2013. So it's pretty much the same. You just do a spindle conversion, which when we changed the arms, we used the cast iron arms, and then we just swapped out the spindle to cast iron spindle as well. So everything that we changed out, you know, came out good. Truck drives smooth. We're gonna run the alignment right now, and I'll show you some of the parts underneath the truck. Alright guys, so now that I got you underneath the lift, this is the control arms. We got the upper control arm up there. We put, like I said, a factory spindle conversion. Pretty much did the conversion for the cast iron spindle so that we can fit the cast iron control arms. And then we put the factory struts and made sure the factory spring was back on there as well. And that's pretty much gonna amount for the 5 inches in the front. Now for the back, we have to go under here. So the back is just the flip kit. He has some Street Performance shocks, 2210s. He left the factory bump stop on there, and we put the factory hangers back on as well with the factory shackles. Now this is what he wanted. I did tell him and I insisted that we did a C-notch, but he did not want to do the C-notch. And he also told me that he used to have a truck that had the same exact setup and he liked the way it rode. So, you know, we just honor what he said and did it how he said it. So, and he is gonna leave the steps on there, so the truck does look a lot lower with the steps. But you guys let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of these control arms. They look nice, don't they? Nice glossy black, new ball joints, new bushings, comes to weight bar links and everything. So and these are one of the control arms that we've been using for the longest already, and we have 0 issues with them. They don't break, unlike some other brands. They don't break, they don't get in a bind. The bushings last longer, the ball joints last longer as well. You guys are supposed to grease your ball joints and your bushings every other, you know, 3 to 6 months. So make sure you guys are doing that if you guys are dropped. And then you got to do your alignment every year to make sure that nothing changes. And that needs to be done every year. You know, a lot of people don't know that, so I'm letting you guys know that right now. So right now I'm just gonna put the alignment sensors on. So now that we got the alignment sensors on there, I gotta push it. I already have the computer set up already. But I forgot I had to put that bitch in neutral. Oh, it's in neutral already. So it's like I told you guys, see the toe is really off right now because everything changed. So we got to fix that first and then roll it again back and forth. So we're going to fix the tie rods, and then I'm going to double check it again and then roll it back and forth, and then I'll bring you back when it's ready. So we got the truck rolled on. So we got the truck rolled on right now, and these are the initial numbers that it came in. Like I had already fixed it when I did the drop. I pulled out the arms all the way out, so we have a -3, -7, an overall of +4 to the right, and then we have -6 on the caster, which that really doesn't matter when you're doing an alignment on a drop truck because obviously the caster changes. But my most important numbers are usually like right here. This is what I want to be as close as possible to 0. If it's anything past like a 5, then you might have a problem when you do the alignment. Both of the sides are maxed out, and normally with these control arms you'll have a really good alignment, and both sides usually are the same. But this truck already had an issue with this passenger side. Whenever they first brought it in for an alignment before, the passenger side always had this sort of like a discrepancy in the alignment where one side was worse than the other, even though both of the arms were exactly the same. So sometimes things like this can be a cause from the shocks, either the shock being bad or maybe like a possible frame damage, which is usually not the case on the frame, but it's usually always a shock issue. So more than likely I'm probably just gonna recommend for him to replace the shocks, and that should help. On this truck we did not replace the front struts, because he had the factory ones, and that's all we really needed. But I'm guessing one of the struts is probably damaged or already, you know, bad, so that's why it has a little bit extra negative camber. And then we'll take a look afterwards to see if it has any kind of changes on the height. So we'll measure both sides and see if there's a difference on height as well. These bottom numbers right here, this is the toe. We're about to fix that. This is perfect right here. I'm not really worried about this though. Like I said, I want this to be in the green, this to be in the green, this to be in the green, this to be in the green. And I usually like to have this a little bit closer to, you know, match this side, either -3 or -2. I don't want it to be positive either, because then it's going to become a problem when he's driving. So like I said, usually I want it to be just like this, but for some reason this side is off a little bit, which is not much. You know, these are all in degrees, and degrees are real small, like you're talking about less than 1/8. So it's, you know, it's like real small, like a what you would call a cunt hair. But these numbers right here, I want to make sure that these are the ones that are perfect. A lot of people have this misconception that the camber will wear out the tires faster than anything else, and that is incorrect. If you have these numbers in the bottom really bad, your tires are gone within a month. If your tires are like this with camber, your tires will be gone within 1.5 years if you don't rotate them. Now that's usually never an issue, but this bottom numbers, yes, these will eat the tires out if it's like camber. So that's why a lot of people think it's the camber, but it's usually the toe. I see that a lot on cars as well, where a car will come in and they'll have a lot of camber wear, but it's not the camber that's the issue, it's the toe. Because they'll say, oh, I bought the tires like a month ago and the tires are really fucked up. This is not causing the tire wear, this is. So this is steering angle, the overall, and then this is right here, your each side. So this needs to come in, and usually I'll do this while my weight is on the vehicle, and I'll double check it. That's why I have a screen right here, and I also have the screen right here. This is the alignment machine. We use a Hunter machine. So this is my computer machine, and then this is the extra screen that I have so that I can see it while I'm on the truck with my weight on it, and I'll be able to tell how much it changes and then go based off of that. Now this number on the bottom, a lot of people don't ever look at this, but this is the thrust angle, and this determines whether your rear end is pushed more to the left or more to the right. And in this case, it's perfect, should be okay. So that's not an issue. As long as this doesn't go past like 10, usually you're fine. But if it's past 10, that means you have an issue with your flip kit, or they put a boo-boo flip kit on there and you need to replace it. So as long as you're good on this, your rear end should be fine. And obviously you want to make sure that your U-bolts are tight. This is also another thing that can usually happen, and that's why it causes the rear end to be a little bit off. But this is fine. We just need to fix this area and we should be good to go. can feel the road a little bit more with the silver shocks, versus when you put the black shocks on there, it'll ride a lot smoother. And as far as like being a 7, it doesn't hit that much in the back. Surprisingly, with that bump stop, it kind of helps, so it doesn't just, you know, bottom out on metal. So it's got that extra cushion, and that's kind of what he wanted, you know. And he told me that that's the way he liked his old truck that he had. He liked the way it rode with the bump stop on there. So you guys let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of the truck, how it came out. If you guys need any kind of information, you can always just let me know or ask me any kind of questions on my IG. It's under regicide.ss. I'll link it down in the bio or in the description below, and you guys can just hit me up and ask me any kind of questions. If you guys are in the Houston area and you need a drop or any kind of alignment or any kind of alignment issues fixed, you can always hit me up as well by the DMs, and my phone number is on there. If not, you can just look me up on Google under Regicide Suspension or Regicide Drop Shop, and it should pop up, and you guys can hit me up for whatever questions you got or any needs. We're happy to help. Alright guys, so that's gonna be the end of the video. Let me know if you guys enjoyed it. If you guys want me to make more videos like this, let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss another video when we drop it. You know, this is kind of random, but you know, this is what I kind of wanted to make for you guys, so that way you guys kind of have an update. You know, excuse my froey hair. You know, we've done a couple of changes here and there, but you know, we're getting through. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.